what the town attorney said is partially correct. The other reason why the legislature revisited the issue was because municipals across the state have a variance of how many acres of land property owners own. So in a compromise of being cognizant of property tax and revenue and how that impacts the general balance, right, of what a municipal is able to calculate, that was the compromise. Up to 2 acres of land, just want to be clear. And that was a joint effort of multiple stakeholders, as opposed to someone who, you know, random number, owns 10 acres of land. I know, I'm just for the general public, off of the town attorney's comments. Thank you.
We'll go to Ms. Whittam and then you, Mr. Frey.
No, I don't know.
Oh, you lit up.
Oh.
Okay. Mr. Frey, you want to say anything? No, all right. All right, well, very good. Before we call the roll, obviously tomorrow is Veterans Day. Ms. Shake.
I was just going to ask if you, through you, Mr. Chair, if you would be so kind as to read the subsections and what these 3 specific exemptions are.
Understood.
Thank you.
To be clear for everyone, what we are doing today, we are increasing the veterans' tax exemptions. The state authorized us to choose from a few different options. We are expanding, as we've talked about, the exemption on up to 2 acres of land. So it's not just the dwelling anymore. We are giving a tax, it's sort of a tax exemption for surviving spouses who were not previously, that was in the previous legislation was not included, as well as Gold Star spouses and families will be able to receive the same exemption. This is for 100% disabled veterans. This will benefit all of our community. Tomorrow is Veterans Day, so we're very thankful of our veterans, and today is the Marine Corps' birthday, so we're also celebrating that as well. So, Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Mr. O'Connor.
Aye.
Mr. Green.
Aye.
Mr. O'Neill.
Yes.
Ms. Gibson.
Aye.
Mr. Frier.
Aye.
Ms. Whittam.
Yes.
Ms. Shake.
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn.
Aye.
Mr. Aurelia.
Yes.
Chairman Glad.
Aye.
Unanimous.
The ordinance is passed unanimously. We'll move on. Item 6.1.3.
Mr. Chairman?
Mr. O'Neill.
Yeah, I move that the second reading of item 6.1.3 ordinance 25-212, establishing a procedure for the installation of artistic community crosswalks, be dispensed and with as copies have been previously provided to each council member, and that the item be adopted as a second reading and is hereby approved effective 30 days from passage.
Mr. Long.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to second.
Mr. Long seconds. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Long.
Thank you. So just really quickly, I want to touch base. Our last ordinance meeting, which was probably the last one that I will have ended up chairing, we went 1 hour and 45 minutes. It was a very healthy, very lively discussion. There is an item from that meeting that did not end up on this agenda, and I basically see that should they decide to take it up as a gift to the following council. But I do think that that matter is going to get revisited in short order. That having been said, speaking to the matter at hand, I think that basically everyone up here through either one of the ordinance meetings or some sort of other committee meeting had a hand in this. I myself first heard about this idea for the artistic crosswalks at a July 2024 meeting. I want to thank, I know Representative of Love is Love are here tonight. I want to thank them for bringing this to our attention as an option. And then in the intervening time between now and then, I know that Mr. O'Neill spent a lot of time having contact with them, and that Mr. O'Neill was a sort of driving force in seeing this end up on our agenda. I know I failed to mention this earlier when I talked about our successes, but this would definitely be an ordinance that I would add to a list of our collective successes as a town council. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Lowe. Ms. Shake.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to thank all the advocates who came to our Public Works meeting back in July of 2024. Thank you for using your voices and being cognizant of many improvements that the town of Stratford can pursue and fostering a more inclusive community here where everyone feels that they are seen, they are heard, and they are valued. Your ability to all the advocates for sticking with this process and continuing to communicate, and through Councilman O'Neill, bringing that back to the council. I really do think that this is one of the things that we have passed that is going to leave a positive impact and really fostering more inclusivity in what we do here in the town and being a part of that process. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Shake. Mr. O'Neill?
Yes, if we want to go on record as to how everything really happened, before they came to Public Works, all right, they went to the mayor, all right, and then, yes, okay. So they went to the mayor, and then we allowed them to go to Public Works to start there. And after that meeting, you know, we continue with the mayor, and that's where the process started.
Thank you. I believe that we've fully established that there was a lot of work on this on this ordinance through many committees. So,
Through you, Mr. Chairman.
Ms. Shake.
Thank you. Thank you for jogging my memory because it was so long ago. And you're right, the advocates did go to the mayor for months. And eventually they came to Public Works. So I appreciate that they had enough energy and were able to focus and bring what their concerns were because they did not feel heard. So thank you for reminding me of that.
Mr. Frey.
Through you, Mr. Chair, thank you. I would like to echo a lot of the sentiments said up here. I really want to speak to you both, and you know who I'm talking about. You guys took something that was an idea, and you moved it through our process of what we call laws and regulations, and here we are before you today in November with the finished product. It might not be what you envisioned, it might not be the perfect model, but together you came and you did our process, and now we're partners. And I'm really looking forward to the way that we can construct this and build it up even bigger and better so that everyone in our community can see what it means to really be a part of the civic process. In regards to how it started on our council and how we moved it here, I think that it doesn't mean anything. I think that we provided a product to our citizens to feel like they can be seen, heard, and felt in the physical built form in our town. So I just wanted to say thank you for showing an example of town residents seeing an initiative and pushing forward no matter the hurdles that were ahead of them. So kudos to you.
Mr. Long.
Mr. Chairman, in my earlier statements, I forgot to kind of thank someone who was instrumental in this. I know that out of the mayor's office, Sarah Matthews did a lot of work and research and went to other towns, and I know just how difficult that can be. Back when I was on zoning, I helped draft up one of the sets of medical marijuana regulations, and on that we were looking nationally and paring down. So I know it's a tremendous challenge. You end up having to kind of interact with town attorneys and make sure that, you know, the legal documentation is all, you know, all squared up and the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. So I just wanted to thank Sarah before we took a vote on this.
Thank you, Ms. Matthews. All right, the clerk will call the roll. Oh, Ms. Whittam.
I just wanted to remind those on the council that I was very involved in the very beginning of this process too, working with Sarah to do research on other towns in Connecticut, other towns across the country, and the rules and the regulations. So I just wanted to point that out. Thank you.
Now the clerk will call the roll. Yes, let's just call the roll.
Mr. O'Connor.
Aye.
Mr. Green.
Aye.
Mr. O'Neill. Ms. Gibson.
Aye.
Mr. Afriyie.
Aye.
Ms. Whittam.
Aye.
Ms. Shake.
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn.
Aye.
Mr. Aurelia.
Yes.
Chairman Glad.
Aye. The ordinance is approved unanimously. Move on to our resolutions under item 6.2. We have item 6.2.1.
Mr. Chairman,
We'll go ladies first, Ms. Whittam.
I move that item 6.2.1 be approved, authorizing the mayor's office to execute and deliver such grant application and related documents necessary to apply for a grant from the Connecticut Department of Transportation in the amount of $9,966.60 with no town match to reimburse the Stratford Police Department for costs related to seatbelt enforcement in the name and on behalf of the town of Stratford.
Thank you, Mr. Aurelia, since you, oh, all right. Ms. Gibson, seconds. Is there any discussion? All right, seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution is approved. Item 6.2.2. I'll move this. This is in my district, so I hereby, I don't get to move a lot of them, so I'm going to take one. I move that we approve item 6.2.2, a resolution authorizing the mayor's office to execute and deliver such grant application and/or related documents necessary to apply for and obtain funding from the state of Connecticut for a grant in the amount of $50,000 with no town match, and to implement the funding once the award is secured in the name and on behalf of the town for, as Ms. Shake had previously mentioned, window restoration project at the Stratford Veterans Museum.
Second.
Whoa, we're gonna let Mr. O'Connor second that. I don't think he's done one yet. Mr. O'Connor seconds that one. Is there any discussion? Ms. Shake?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just a point of clarification. It's $50,000 in fiscal year '26, another $50,000 in fiscal year '27. I believe when he said it, he said $50,000. Does that need to be?
That's correct.
Corrected.
So it's $50,000 each year, FY '26 and FY '27, with no town match.
Correct, you're moving it as was written.
Okay. Just as a, yes, this is District 8, this is within Booth Park, and luckily I want to say thank you to Molly. Where's Molly at the table? There's Molly. Thank you, Molly, for working with my office in the state. Representative Gresco is here. This funding is available to come into the town because of the state budget that we passed back in June of 2025. So thank you to my colleagues, and thank you to Governor Lamont for signing this. And this is just another way of us as the town being able to say thank you to our veterans in working to preserve our history and spirit of so many that call Stratford home. So thank you.
Thank you. Any other discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Resolution passes. New business, item 7.1.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Aurelia.
I move that item 7.1, the acquisition and lease of Lot 4, 300 Armory Road, which is the Ella T. Grasso Center, be and is hereby approved.
I'll second that.
Ms. Whittam seconds that. Is there any discussion? All right, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Are you opposed? Oh, okay. All right.
Mr. Chairman,
The matter is approved. Before I call for the adjournment, I'd like to call up the town clerk, Ms. Pollock, please. She has a special presentation she'd like to make.
Thank you, Chairperson. So, good evening, everyone. Let me move this like here. As you know, this November Town Council meeting is the last meeting for a few members of our Town Council. Earlier in the meeting, Town Council members reflected on their time serving. The Town of Stratford thanks you for your service with all of that, and you have received your Certificate of Appreciation plaque for your time and dedication, so thank you. At this time, it is my honor to take a moment to acknowledge someone who's truly deserving of recognition for her commitment to public service. Mayor Hoydick, could you please come down here to accept your Certificate of Appreciation? So good at that. All right. Well, public service and a strong commitment for the betterment of Stratford has long been something that defines Laura Hoydick. I'm sure most of you are aware that the town of Stratford is near and dear to Laura's heart. Leading up to being elected mayor, Laura began as a teenager volunteering her time to organizations centered around children. She was also setting the path to one day becoming the first woman elected mayor of the town of Stratford. Here are just some examples of what a lifetime of public service looks like. She was a camp counselor while in high school at the Sterling House and Longbrook Park. She was a member of the Second Hill Lane PTA while her children were in school. She served as an elected member of the Stratford Board of Education, and then she was elected as state representative for the 120th District for 8 years. Then in 2017, she was elected mayor and then re-elected for 2021. While serving as our mayor, she was elected by her peers and president of the Connecticut Conference of Municipalities and re-elected for a second term. Mayor Hoydick, on behalf of my fellow department heads and so many others who have admired your commitment to the town of Stratford, we truly thank you. Please accept this plaque of appreciation for all that you have done for the town of Stratford, and a little extra that Shannon's going to be bringing over. Thank you very much. And I would have you and me drop in, so thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hoydick. Mr. Frey's just asked me for one bit of deference for just a second, Mr. Frey.
Through you, Mr. Chair, thank you. I did prepare some statements. I did not know I was not supposed to give 3-minute remarks. But I just wanted to take one little segment from that and actually speak to the administrative staff of the town departments. I'd like to say thank you to my counselors, Madam Mayor, and the dedicated town staff and everyone for their endurance these past 2 years. It's been an honor to know all of you, and I know that all the actions that were taken were not taken in a personal way. So for anyone I've ever offended with my passion or words, I apologize. I respect all of you and hope to continue to stand for what we believe is the moving our town forward. And I know that regardless of where you are in life, you still have that same affinity. So I just wanted to say one last word to all of you, saying thank you for your service.
Thank you, Mr. Frey. As we move toward adjournment, I'm going to ask our party leaders to adjourn us. So, Mr. Llewellyn.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Caitlin, thank you for your service to the town of Stratford for your last 6 years as a councilwoman, and best wishes to you up in Hartford on behalf of Stratford. And with that having been said, I'll move to adjourn, leaving the last word to my Democratic counterpart.
I just want to express my gratitude to you and all my fellow council members, all of our residents and people who work here in this town trying to make this a beautiful, welcoming space. And good luck to the next council and mayor, and congratulations. I did not say congratulations before. And it's been a pleasure working with all of you. Thank you. I'll
You have to say
second.
second. Okay. Thank you. All in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We stand adjourned.